first presentation, we'll have a combination of monologue, scene work, and we'll start with monologue, especially since this is in reference to the season for nonviolence. I'm going to ask Reverend Jerry to come start with the monologue, and then we'll continue with the rest of it.
Oh, so precious. Just a precious angel. Oh, look at that. You have a love mark. Oh, such a precious angel. Hi. Hi. That's me, Reverend Jerry Dean Richardson, born in Selma, Alabama, at Good Samaritan Hospital. Did you know that I was the first in my family to be born in a hospital?
No.
Wow. But you know, I really resonate with the song by Crosby, Stills, and Nash. And I truly believe that our parents are our first teacher. And I think about my mom. Boy, I really admire her. First of all, she taught me how to have a sense of humor. I remember when I was about 3 years old, 3 or 4, and all of a sudden my sister's downstairs. She's 12 years my senior, and she's with my mom, and there's someone at the door just knocking. Can you let me in? It was a neighbor, and the neighbor was a little inebriated. And my sister says, "Madame, we can't let him in. Look at our floor. It's all pretty. We're not going to have him come in and scuff up our floors. And the chairs and everything is just perfect." And I'm in the mirror, in the window, and I'm just looking and just having a good time watching everything. And then, what? You want me to go to the back door and open the door? I'm at the door. And all of a sudden, I started to sing, "Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. We still laugh at that today. Still laugh at that today. And then my mother, although she did not have that higher education or anything like that, she was a wonderful teacher. That's how I learned how to count to 100.
Really?
I went to Mom. I said, "Madame, can you? I'm at 99. What comes after that?" And she says, "Jerry, go over there to that table, sit and wait. Let me finish these biscuits. Let me put them in the oven." She comes over, and she takes a sheet of paper, and she says, "Now you're at 100. You write it this way. 1, 0, 0. Copy that, and you're going to be complete with your homework." She was a smart woman. And then all of a sudden, something happened. It happened on February 26, 1965. I had to take a deep breath. Because you know what happened? Jimmy Lee Jackson had died at Good Samaritan Hospital. And everybody was upset, and everybody was just out of their mind. Because this young man, had been killed because he had signed up and was trying to get that right to vote. And he'd been out and marching with a group of people, and he was shot by a state trooper. And the whole world was just incited because of that. It attracted the attention of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, and a whole bunch of other people. And what happened was then we had Bloody Sunday. And at Bloody Sunday, a lot of people were hurt. A lot of people were bludgeoned, and a lot of crazy things happened, including Congressman Carl Lewis. Yes. And so what happened was they had marches. And my mother worked for Cleveland Table Company. And at Cleveland Table Company, the foreman would come over and say, "You know what, Rose? I want you all to know this. If you guys go out there, you may not have a job tomorrow." And she was challenged. she was challenged. Not only was she challenged, she had a lot to consider. She had a little girl at home, a teenager, and if something happened to her, what did she tell them to do? So what ended up happening was she thought it over. People came to her house and they slept on the floors. They made pallets on the floor. They slept in the streets over by Brown Chapel Church. You know, we were right across the street from there. And then the day came, March 21st. My mother courageously joined hands with a bunch of people and began to walk. And they walked up that Edmund Pettus Bridge, and as they walked, there was the federal troopers, the National Guard, waiting for them, supporting them on their march to Montgomery, Alabama. It was a historical time. That's what bravery does. That's what courage does. And as a result of that, we all were blessed with the Civil Rights Act because Lyndon B. Johnson passed that act. So when I think about this, I love teachers. I love mentors. And I think about Martin Luther King, how this happened. It all started with Mahatma Gandhi. See, what happened was Martin Luther King's mentor, Howard Thurman, had traveled to India. And he says to Gandhi, towards the end of his life, if you could do anything different, what would you have done different? And he says, I would have taught nonviolence to everyone. I would have given it away to the world. And he says, perhaps some young Negro student will be the one to carry that and support that. Howard Thurman planted that seed deep within all of his students, but namely Martin Luther King Jr. And as a result, we are here now celebrating a season for nonviolence because of these powerful people being courageous. Thank you.